gonna get you drunk.
Hi, welcome to the Bamgboshe Happy Hour. Let's talk Big Brother. Today we are doing the Big Brother Week 1 recap. Hi guys, welcome. I am your host, Peju Bamgboshe Roethlisberger. I am not an expert, just a super fan with a lot of opinions. Now, we are about a week and a half into the season. They've been in the house for 9 days as of July 16th. So, I wanted to share my early thoughts and rankings based on what we've seen so far. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be breaking things down all season long. I'm sometimes joined by my partner in crime, my mom. You can also check out our regular podcast, The Bamgboshe Happy Hour, streaming on all platforms. Now, let's break this down. I got to check my notes, so forgive me. All right. Now, my Big Brother house guest rankings. Now, we have three tiers. First, we have top shelf, which is excellent gameplay. We have premium, which is safe, capable, but not really shaking things up. And then we have Hooch, which is messy, chaotic, like actively doing stuff to F up your game. Now, we're gonna go with our girl, starting off with Ashley. Now, Ashley is a hooch. She's not a hoochie, but she is a hooch. Girl, Showergate. It was barely 15 minutes, and suddenly it turned into like a 2 hour drama. I have no idea how that happened. Then she confronted Catherine about it because Catherine threw some shade, and you listen, Ashley was just doing too much. She did save herself with the veto, so I have to respect that. But then she went and was telling Vince all of, who Vince is the person that put her on the block, first of all. And they had like an agreement that they weren't, that she wasn't going to go on the block. And somehow or another, was on the block. And she's telling Vince all about her different alliances. And she just seems to be a little misguided at this time. I have hope that she can get herself together. But right now, I'm sorry, Ashley, I have to give you a hooch. Next, we have Amy, another one that I like. Amy, everyone really likes Amy. There's no issues with Amy, but her gameplay, come on. Why did you tell Vince that you love Ashley so much that you would rather go home than for her to go home? What type of gameplay is this? And then you started crying. You were so upset. So he put you on the block. Now, I don't think you're going home because I think that enough votes are being gathered up so that you will not be going home on Thursday. But let's see. I'm still giving you a hooch, even though I like you. Next, Ava. Ava, now listen, I prejudged Ava. I really did. Now, I'm going to give a premium. She wasn't doing too much, not doing, too much, not doing too little. She's starting now to talk more. She's in her alliance with Will and Adrian. And I guess they're going to bring some other people along too. But those three, I'm liking the vibe so far. I'm liking the vibe. So let's see. So far, you're doing a good job. I know you were feeling a little bit down, but you seem to be up right now. So good on you, Ava. Catherine. Catherine, the jury was still out because I wasn't getting a whole lot from Catherine. But I'm gonna give her a premium now because I saw her talking to Morgan and she's laying low, not really being a target. Although there was some talks earlier. Now we kind of see where Catherine's head is. And so I'm gonna give her a premium. Kelly. Kelly Hooch. Now, whew, okay, you kind of sort of volunteered to be on the block, and that's not a good idea. And then you bragged about possibly throwing the what is it, the blockbuster, big brother blockbuster, aka AI Arena. You're gonna throw it to Zay and then call out Rachel. Don't know how that will work for you, but let's see. Maybe you'll do it. I don't know. And then the next day, you were all in tears, you were crying. Nothing wrong with getting a good cry out. But then I think you started to manipulate people. You started to get the girls on your side. And then, you started some of your manipulation tactics. So I don't really know. I'm just kind of not feeling Kelly's gameplay right now. It's just all over the place and it's getting a hooch for me. Lauren. Lauren, people are talking about, oh, you're not a girl's girl and all this other stuff. Listen, you're there to win the money. Now, if I were you, I would probably vote with the girls to try and get out a big threat, which is Zay. However, I think that this whole house is kind of messy because it's three nominees, you don't know who's going to still be on the block after the blockbuster. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope it's blockbuster. Anywho, I'm just a little bit concerned with the way the entire house is playing. But anyway, I think that you are playing at a premium level. I don't think you're doing anything really too bad. I don't think you're doing anything, so great. I do think that more people are going to start to talk to you. I guess I just think that you just haven't had a relationship with a lot of, these other like females. And I think that's, women, female guests, ladies. So don't come for me, guys, because I said females. I am a female. So anyway, I'm gonna go with premium right now. Let's see. Next we have Mickey, and if I could put Mickey is very close to top shelf to me. I think she's playing at a very high premium level. The only reason why I'm not giving her a top shelf is she's another one that I'm not sure if I would have told Vince, exactly what I'm feeling, exactly how I'm voting with the alliances and I'm such and such is never putting up a girl and all this. I don't know if I would do all that because I don't, Vince has not had a good HOH, but I don't know. Maybe he will be better as a social player as opposed to someone in control. I don't know. Other than that, I love her personality. I love how she just kind of, can bring people in, especially our girl Ashley, because Ashley needs to be brought in several times. I still don't know where Ashley is right now. She's flip flopping. I don't know. I was just looking at the feeds. I'm sure by the time the elimination, the eviction episode airs, Ashley would have flip flopped several times, and this is Wednesday. Okay, so I'm going with a high premium for Mickey. Morgan also gets a premium. Now, Morgan, you cried a few times, you got your cry out, but you are very determined and you want Zay out. If you want something, I think that you're going to get it. I love that. Only thing I'm a little bit worried about is you seem to be interested in Zach in a showmance type of way, because for some reason, you are so concerned about what is going on with Lauren and Zach. I won't worry about that. I would just play my game, girl. Just play my game. Playing a good game. I'm going with a premium, almost a high premium, but definitely a premium. Adrian. Now, Adrian is going to get a low premium for me. I'm not going to give him a hooch because he's quieter than I expected. I am seeing him, with a little bit more gameplay with Will and with Ava, but I don't know about his reads. And I don't know where he's trying to come across as, if he's trying to be like Ian Terry or if he's trying to be like Steve. Can't think of his name right now. But I don't know, winner of season 17. I don't know what Adrian is trying to do, but he's not causing a lot of trouble, so that's good. I can see him staying around for a little bit, but he's going to have to, get more of a strategy down pat. Now, Jimmy gets a low premium. And the reason that Jimmy gets a low premium is because he's fun, he's chaotic. He is good with, building alliances, but I just don't know which way he's going to go. I would like to see him go for a long time because he's entertaining. But a lot of people could start looking at Jimmy because of all the, theatrics with Jimmy. So low premium. Keanu, Hooch, low Hooch. Keanu, really. Confused, easily manipulated, messy. The way you talk to Morgan, you had all bad reads. Although you may not have bad reads with Rachel, but I like Rachel, so that's not good for me. Anyway, But it would be nice to have you around for 3 or 4 weeks, not too long, not too long, but another couple of weeks, because you and Jimmy and your feud, I think that will be like a big spotlight or focus for the show. Are you still getting a hooch for me? Riley. Riley, Riley, ugh. Okay, Riley, there's a lot of stuff going on in the real world about you. We don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to comment on that because this is not what this podcast is about, or at least this particular episode is not about that. But what I will say is that you're pretty chill in the house, pretty chill in the feeds. Not bringing much game wise, but you're kind of like quiet and people like you. So I'm gonna go with the premium. Would like to see more gameplay if you have some to give. Events. Hooch. Hooch. Maybe it's just because you had a bad HOH. I don't know. Your quote unquote biggest ally is on the block. And you also put Ashley on the block, who you promised you wouldn't put on the block. Then you broke that. And I'm not really sure how much knowledge you actually have of the game. Now, I don't think that your game is over by any means because there are many people in the house that are messy and also a hooch playing at a hooch level. But this week, very bad HOH, and it could be even worse if Kelly somehow or another goes home. You're getting a hooch. Will, high premium. You're in multiple alliances, which is risky, but so far it's been effective. I like your game. I like how you don't say a whole lot, but you respond when necessary. You're going to have to choose a side at some point who your core allegiance is to. But right now, you're playing the game really well, and I'm liking it. High premium. High premium. I would give you a top shelf, but I didn't really see enough from you the past, early on. Now I'm starting to see a little bit more. Okay. Zach. Now, Zach, unfortunately, gets a top shelf. I hate to admit it. This can change at any moment, of course, but it's not going to change by the time I post this because I'm posting this soon. But this can change come Thursday after eviction. Who knows? To me, he's playing a really, really good game. He's blending in, making smart moves, knows when to talk to people, when to fit in with the bros, when to fit in with the ladies. Although Catherine kind of peeped you a little bit, but I'm not gonna like mark you too low with that because Catherine has been so quiet. Who knows? Also, you have a secret power. So that $10,000 is going to come in handy for when you do need it. And when people do start to say, maybe we need to put Zach on the block. Anyway, top shelf from me. Zay. Zay. Zay gets a hooch and not so much of anything that he did. You didn't do anything wrong, but you're a physical threat. And well, you did do something wrong. You said the R word. You corrected yourself quickly. And it seemed like you were genuine, but you also said that you were working on other words that you didn't want to say. So that kind of threw me a little bit for the loop because what other words are you using in your daily language that you would have to be so concerned that you would use on Big Brother? So, Zay, you should stay on the show unless you get evicted, or if you say something else that's inappropriate. We don't condone any type of slurs at all. All right. So, but you get a hooch because not you just get a hooch. You get a hooch because you're on the block. You didn't, like I said, you didn't actively do anything wrong, except of course the R word. But that was you were already on the block before this happened. Finally, Rachel Riley. Rachel Riley gets a high premium for me. I see her slipping up a little bit, but I like that overall she's focusing on building real connections and she's not being the Rachel from Big Brother 12 and 13 who was, always kind of ostracized and starting fights. And, she's just kind of the mama bear. And I like that for her, although she's a huge threat. And I'm really, really worried because there are people who are in that house who are after her and don't give a damn. So, Rachel, be careful. But I think that you're playing a high premium. Just be careful with some of the things that you say to some of these people who are bugged. Now, my final rankings needs improvement. Ashley, Vince, Keanu, Kelly, Amy, Zay, you all are hooch and you really need some help. Some high premium, almost at the top shelf level to me, Mickey, Rachel, Will, really, really good. And for me, my top shelf, top performer of the week has to be Zach, unfortunately, like I said. So thanks for listening to my non-expert take on Big Brother Week 1. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bamgboshe Happy Hour streaming Thursdays and Sundays. We'll be back later this week, or actually we'll be back either Thursday night or maybe Friday, depending on my mom's bedtime, breaking down more Big Brother drama. Bye for now.
It'll get you drunk.